the music!
My spiritual people. Oh, you're in for a treat. Welcome to the Lamarr and Tracey show. The only psychic tarot readers you need to know. You can trust our word because we've got your back. And our personal readings don't cost you a stack. Tracey is the one with the fiery flair, and Lamarr is the one with the gunned up hair. Trolls are jealous because we predicted it. Are you ready for the show? Cause it's time to get lit. Hi Tracey.
Hello, Lamarr.
How are you?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
You ever go to a hotel room and there's a lamp, but there's no button to turn the lamp on? You feel really stupid, but you
I
can't
have to
do
be
it.
honest, I am not a hotel person.
I
I
love
do not like
hotels.
hotels, really.
I
I don't like
love
them,
hotels. I feel like I'm in a lap of luxury in a hotel.
really.
Yeah.
I don't
It,
know. But then again, I don't travel a lot, so. But yeah, I guess if you find a nice hotel, it sounds like the hotel you're in is nice, actually.
I think it's nice. I don't know.
Do you bring your own like linen and stuff?
No. I mean, why should I? It is so exhausting just packing your own damn clothes, let alone bringing
It's
sheets for a
yeah.
hotel. You'll never know if it fits because hotels now have mattresses like this thick. Like it's crazy how thick the mattresses are now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. So no, I'm not
Interesting.
bringing linen. I've never been in a hotel with any bugs, any bed bugs, nothing. I don't
Oh,
even know
thank
what that
God.
looks like, right?
Yes,
And I don't have like cleanliness phobia, right? I'm not
I
like, oh, I
do.
gotta clean everything. You do?
Yeah. Ironically, well, no, actually, I cleaned up a little bit. So I was gonna say, if you came in, it would look a mess in here, but it doesn't. It's not that bad. I definitely could clean up a bit, but this is my actual house. It's not like a hotel.
Not like a hotel. Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point when it was COVID, if you left the house, then carrying Lysol would have been reasonable, but then Lysol was nowhere to be found.
Right. That's true.
Hmm.
For a long time.
For over a
Well,
year.
yeah.
Like, I think they took Lysol off the market.
You think so?
Mhm. I think the
Maybe.
powers that be wanted us all to be deleted.
I could see that. I don't use Lysol. I use rubbing alcohol to clean.
Just as good peroxide. Peroxide
Oh, I didn't know
cleans.
you could use peroxide. Yeah.
Hospitals use peroxide.
I use peroxide for certain wounds. Yeah. Or peroxide's also good for like oral health or
Yes, it
oral
is.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day I gargled with peroxide because it's really good. It clears the mucus here, but
Yeah.
I didn't measure it. So what you should do is like put like a cap full of peroxide in a half a cup or something like that,
Of
right?
water. Yeah.
I don't do that shit. I take the whole thing of peroxide straight out the bottle and almost choked myself to death
Oh my God.
because
That's scary.
the bubbles,
It's a lot.
the bubbles wouldn't stop.
Yeah, it's it bubbles for sure. Yeah.
And it keeps bubbling.
Hmm. But that's
So,
the sign that it's working too. So I mean, at least it cleared something.
well, I would have been dead with a very clear throat.
I guess you're right. Yeah. Oh
I said, as I was choking to death, I said, God, do your thing. Like to clear the throat. I was like, God, do your thing, clear the throat.
I've had those
And
moments before.
you've had those moments, right?
I
With something
remember one
else.
time I used to take like I don't it's flaxseed and I
Mm-hmm.
would take some flaxseed and then water, but flaxseed like it's really dry going down, but it never had any problems until one day the flaxseed got stuck in my throat and I was literally choking. Like, I felt like I was choking to death. I ran out of my apartment to like flag someone down to like help. And literally, as soon as I hit the door, it went down. And that was Spirit. I was like, thank you, Spirit. You just saved me like an embarrassment. Oh my God. Never did it again. I swear to God. Won't ever do it again. I'm kind of scared of flaxseed now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it might have been an allergic reaction.
It could have been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The same thing happened to me. Um, I have this thing that when I'm hungry, if I'm really, 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 really hungry, I cannot eat chicken.
That's
That
weird
means
because I could
if I've
devour chicken.
eaten all day, if I have not eaten all day, and I finally eat, it cannot be chicken.
That's so weird.
It turns out I gulp chicken down or I gulp food down. I don't know.
Oh,
But somehow or another,
your
chicken
body.
chicken has gotten lodged in my throat.
That's happened before when it's like really dry chicken. That's why I don't eat any dry chicken at all. I
It
don't.
could be the chicken that did it to me, right?
It could have been.
And so I will supposedly throw up, but I can't throw
That
up.
helps. Yeah,
But the saliva begins to build,
it does.
but the chicken is stuck in my throat. So I can't swallow the saliva. So I'm spitting up the saliva because it's a body reaction. So your throat
Yeah,
is stuck. You don't know how much saliva you're collecting until your throat is stuck. And so your
yeah,
throat is stuck. Your body's naturally, maybe even producing more saliva at this
it
point.
is.
You can't swallow it. So I'm
It's
throwing
scary.
up, and it could be for an hour. And then slowly but surely, the throat breaks down the chicken. So you're spitting up some parts of the chicken, but it's still not gone. And so you spend the whole time, like if you've never prayed before, you spend the whole time praying.
Praying.
Okay, God, okay,
Please let it go to heaven.
please go down.
Please, Jesus.
One time I wound up at the hospital and I
For
said,
something.
the chicken was stuck in my throat.
Yeah.
Sherman Oaks Hospital. The chicken was stuck in my throat. I call an Uber. They take me to the hospital. I don't even know why I didn't call 911. That was dumb. I get to Sherman Oaks Hospital and they tell me to sit down. I say, I, chicken is stuck in my throat. He's like, oh, sign the paperwork. I sign the paperwork. Go sit down. And so I got so mad. And I said, God, I'm choking. And so I'm sitting there waiting for the doctor. And then it was like an hour later, and then the chicken went down. I called the Uber and went home. Never saw the doctor. They were going to perform a tracheotomy on a chicken that was about to break down.
That's crazy. But
They
Spirit always
didn't.
comes through.
Hmm. Debridement, what does that mean? Peroxide is a debridement agent. Use it sparingly. I
Yeah.
choked on an M&M. Oh, it must have been a peanut M&M. When I was 7 years old, my grandmother stick her fingers down my throat and take it out. Ever since then, I can't swallow pills. Your grandma was probably so scared. She took her thick, fat fingers, because you know grandmas. They're not the grandmas of today.
Mm-mm.
The grandmas of yesteryear, they wore them apron skirts with flowers on them.
They did not play. Mhm.
They stuck her finger down and pulled it. She did so much damage when she did that. A doctor would have been like, don't ever do that again.
But it saved her. Maybe the
Yeah.
Uber would have came faster though.
know why you didn't call the ambulance because you don't know what you're going to do in an emergency. It was so embarrassing.
Oh, it cleans wounds and damaged tissues. Yeah, that's why I use that's why I use that for wounds and stuff like that. Peroxide.
Are you still drinking wine? I should get some wine. I feel like some wine.
No, this is a little bit of vodka mixed with orange soda. I can only have wine sparingly. And I
Really?
finished running my errands for the day. Yeah, it gives me like heartburn. I finished running my errands for the day, so I'm inside. So I'm like, let me just have a drink because
Okay, tomorrow I will definitely have my wine with me because I'll be settled in Virginia. Right now, everyone, I'm in Puerto Rico. And you know my people are from Puerto Rico, right?
hmm
My granddad is what's called a Taino Indian. They're very, 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 very dark skinned Indians, almost black skinned, and straight, 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 straight hair. And so my granddad, and they're tall. My granddad was tall, very, very dark skinned. My mom was tall, very dark skinned. And my sister Tony, very tall, very dark skinned.
yeah,
So I feel comfortable here in Puerto Rico, and I'm really
feeling at home.
surprised at how I feel.
That's good.
Hmm.
It's good you got to spend at least some time there before you off back on the road or in the
Yeah,
skies in this case.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have to come back. There's something here.
I
Yes, I'm in
remember
San Juan right now. Yes.
I talked about travel yesterday in your love reading.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Yeah, I have to come back here. I have to figure it out.
I don't think. I think the islands is your like your layer, or I don't know. I can't think of a better word. Like,
It's
why are
not
you
my
making that face?
nonstop.
It's not your nonstop. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You know, God is funny, so God knows. Thank you, Gail. I hope you're talking about me. The hair is gorgeous. Thank you.
I think she's
Because,
talking about the Taino.
oh, the Taino hair. Oh, straight, 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 straight. Straight, straight. My mom's hair was so straight. Like, she didn't have to do anything to it. Like, nothing. And the rest of us came out with, back in the day, what we call good, bad hair. So, that soft, fuzzy hair, that's how we all came out.
Got it.
Hmm.
That makes sense.
And my granddad, I guess he had to put a permanent hair, but he had like the finger waves in his hair.
Okay, I like a finger wave.
Yeah, but back in the
Yeah,
day, men, zoot suit wearing men wore finger waves in their hair. Do you remember that?
I think so.
That was my
That was like
granddad
the
era.
90s. Yeah.
No, not the 90s. Zoot suit wearing.
No, that might have been. I don't know. That might have been before my time.
It's like the 1930s or something.
Well, before both of our times. The zoot suit.
Zoot suits, yeah.
I never heard
Remember?
that before. But I do like the 1920s flapper, like that whole finger wave. I love the. I love. They had good style back then. The
Yeah,
men
I
and the
think the
women.
zoot suit was right after the Roaring Twenties.
Got it.
I think it led into that.
Yeah, I like the style back then.
What didn't you like about the islands, Tracy? Wait, what do you mean? What? What? Wait, I'm confused. No, no. I think I'm saying that there's something here in Puerto Rico. I just don't know because my grand. Okay, it's a long story. My granddad is from here, but he was born in St. Croix. but I've only known him to say he was Puerto Rican. But he was born in St. Croix. And then at 10, they came back to Puerto Rico.
Mm.
But in actuality, he is a Taino Indian, actually. So I don't even
That,
know if that actually counts as being a Puerto Rican.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
I think I think if you have any percentage of it, it counts. So if it's in your blood by any percentage, it counts. Or just in your lineage, even if it's kind of phased out or washed out, I think it still counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I don't know how Puerto Ricans got here. Like, how do we get to Puerto Rican? The culture.
That I
Because it's
don't know.
so mixed, by the way.
Yeah.
There's so much in this culture.
Yeah.
There's every skin color, every skin color.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you, Gail. But this is my second visit to Puerto Rico. My first visit, we were going on a cruise, so we had to stop over in Puerto Rico. And then coming back, my son and his now wife and I spent two extra days in Puerto Rico, and we loved it. And we saw the movie Girls Trip in here in Puerto Rico.
I still haven't seen that, but I've heard it's so good.
So funny. That's why
Yeah.
this Tiffany Haddish thing is so disappointing because it was so funny. I know
Yeah.
that dude Cat can't stand Tiffany, but that was a funny movie. St. Croix. Been around the world, na na na. I can't find my baby. I'm looking for him.
Yes. Hello, I wore finger waves all the time back in the day. I'm 58 years old, old school.
Do you
Yes.
remember? I remember going to the hairdresser and how they used to shape the finger waves in their hair.
Mm.
Ribbon says she was in St. Croix in July. Oh my God. Where'd you stay? Do you remember? Oh, not do you remember? Well, maybe you don't remember. There's only two parts to St. Croix. Yeah, St. Croix.
Been around the world now. And I have that second man.
I can't find my baby.
Amen. Well, we did have someone donate, so thank you to whoever donated. Let me see who it was. Thank you, Starlight, for donating. If
Thank
you
you.
guys would like to donate for a live reading, it is $60 per reading, and you can donate via PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. The link is in the description box below. It should also be scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It's also in the chat. But first, before we get to the readings, we have two topics we want to talk about tonight. Which do you want to start with? Do you want to start with Pete or Tamar?
Well, the title for me was Tamar Braxton Break Up Again.
Yeah.
Now, like Lamarr, let's start with Tamar because she robbed herself the other day.
Mm.
Now, maybe the insurance has come a knocking.
The boyfriend brought that up, or the ex-boyfriend or fiance, I guess. He mentioned he wasn't there when she got robbed. I feel like he kind of shaded her there because he made a whole
Mm,
statement. I don't know. I think I was watching Storm Monroe.
what?
Shout out to Storm Monroe.
Love
Yeah,
Stormy.
he made a. Yeah, he's nice. But yeah, he made a. The boyfriend made a statement, talking about Tamar. He kept it really cute. I mean, he didn't say anything too controversial, but I feel like he kind of threw some shady shots at Tamar. One of them was he wasn't there when she got robbed. And he said something else I thought was shady, but I forgot what it was.
Listen, do you know what the sound of this is?
The police. That's definitely the police. That's the yeah. That sounds familiar. Just saying. Don't ask me how I know.
Oh, that boyfriend said, I'm leaving. And when I leave, bitch, I'm going to throw you under the bus because you're not about to catch me protecting you.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
yeah,
Are you kidding me? He put out a statement like that?
yeah. And I think I think Storm said something about the Jr. was like I had money before I guess Tamar. So this is Storm Monroe's words, but Storm was like, "Did Tamar take all your money? Like, what are you saying there? Like, because she's known to do some interesting things, allegedly.
Listen, Storm doesn't help the situation. He
He
is
does.
just as funny as the rest of us.
He really is.
He's not helping the situation.
So Tamar finds herself in another breakup, another divorce. Like, and I Storm. Now I think he might have been joking, but Storms also said, because Tamar's been saying she's broke, right? So he was saying she might be living with her mom in her condo while she saves up money to get a new house. It's kind of like if that's the case, that's like sad, like because Storm also brought up music isn't popping for her. She's not
Yeah,
making a lot of money in the music. It's hard to make money with music in general,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And now we have this whole robbery, allegedly.
Well, I heard that she was going on a, you know, three album tour, like a 10-year anniversary 3 album tour. She's only got 3 albums out. Three albums and only one song.
Right, Love and War, which is actually a good song. I'm not gonna lie. I was
Okay.
listening to it a couple weeks ago on the ride back from Pennsylvania. I was like, oh, this song. I forgot how good this song is actually.
Let me tell you something, Lamar. Whenever that happens, where you're like, oh, Tamar, oh, that's a good song. There's a scandal coming out of that about that person. So always register something
Oh,
random like that. Yep,
interesting.
yep, always.
I've been watching a lot of Little Mo interviews, so something must be coming up about her soon.
Oh,
And
Little
Kelly
Mo, I never know.
Price.
Oh, Kelly Price, God knows something's gonna
They
come
did
out of
R&B divas together.
you. Talked about R&B divas the other day, so
Yeah, I've been randomly watching like
something has to be coming out about R&B divas.
yeah. And
Mark
then
this
today
word.
I was watching Chrisette Michelle. She was on that show too. Do you remember that she like had her whole thing because she went to go sing for Trump and she had that whole scandal because the all the black people were like, "Don't do it," but she did it anyway.
We are so sometimey. We
Yeah,
cannot trust black folks.
no,
That poor girl just wanted to make a buck and become famous. And
yeah,
black folks were like, we will annihilate you.
they turned on her.
You can't trust us. We're the
Y-
worst.
We definitely can be fickle. Yeah. So she kind of had her learning lesson. I don't even know how we got on the R&B divas.
Because something's going to come out about them. Because
Yeah, probably.
you've been
I
pinged on it.
really have, like for a couple weeks now. It's so
Are they
weird. I
coming
believe
back
that.
with,
And Latavia, the girl from
yeah.
Destiny's Child, her too.
Well, I did you tell me? Because I never know who tells me anything, so I can't give anybody credit because it's my brain, right? It's so funny because my brain is. Listen,
It's okay.
I'm traveling with my boss. She doesn't understand my brain. The whole time she's like, "I said it to you already," and I go, "I know.
Yeah.
Can you just answer it for the 15th time?"
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I don't even remember the reading I did this morning. I don't even remember if I did a reading. Did I even do a reading earlier? I did do a reading, actually. Okay. See?
Our brains can only take psychic stuff, everything out of psychic stuff. And I'm asking for my safety, right?
Yeah.
For my, because nothing stays inside, nothing.
Yeah.
Like technically, I'm like a deaf mute, and then I come out and I'm like the oracle, and yes, your boyfriend is coming back, and then I go, my sister does that, right? My sister does these weird quirky things, and let's say she's sleeping because that's when it really comes out, and she's like this. This is a true story, and she wakes up and she goes, "Your granddaughter's going into the hospital, but she'll be okay." And then she goes, and they're like, "Tony, wake up! What are you talking about? Wake up! What do you mean, my granddaughter?" So they called me and I said, "Tracey, we have a problem. Tony said this and this, that, and the third." And I said, "Oh, shit. Oh, shit." They said, "Tracey, talk to her." I said, "Tony, what did you say? What did you say?" And she's like, "Sis, I don't know what I said, sis. I don't know. Did I say something, sis?" And I'm like, "We've lost it. The oracle is gone, guys. Nothing we could do, right?"
Yep.
3 months later, the granddaughter winds up in the hospital
Mm. I mean,
and came out fine, like she said, you know? So,
got the gift.
yeah. So, how did we get on that? Because it was like,
So we were talking about Latavia Roberson or whatever her name is, and I think you're about to say something.
yeah. So, I think I'm going back to you, right? Because it was
Is it
Destiny's.
about
It was,
Beyonce?
yes, because somebody said that the Renaissance tour, part two or three, I can't really remember with Beyonce, because, the mother blocked me. The mother hates me for some reason. Like, who are you? I never said anything bad about Beyonce. I mean, I might have told her the lemon tour with the bag was unfair and women would follow and beat their boyfriends and husbands. I didn't think that was cool, but you don't get to block me. Like, I don't like that. In any case,
Yeah, I remember that.
they said the Renaissance tour would be the revival of Destiny's Child with
I think that
all
was.
the original members.
I think someone said that in the chat. I think that might have been J Manuel,
Got it.
but you maybe someone else told you too,
No, no,
which that
no.
might be fine. Oh, it's probably J Manuel.
I don't remember. Remember
Okay.
the Oracle?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But I remember J Manuel saying that. So it could be that. But yeah, I don't know why I'm suddenly watching all these random people. Yeah,
You know, don't be afraid to like document somehow on IG or better yet, TikTok, right? Because you don't always use TikTok.
I don't.
So you could be like, you could say something like, pinged on Latavia, wait for information or something like that.
Okay. I
That,
used to do that, but yeah, I stopped.
that way you have
So
a record because it's still predicted in it. You don't have to come to the full conclusion.
right.
It's still predicted in it.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, going back to Tamar, you were talking about her uh robbery. What were
The
your
one where she
thoughts?
robbed herself. The one where she robbed herself, like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look, allegedly. Do we have
Alleg-
allegedly up here?
yeah, let's put it up just to be
Could we,
safe.
could we please put allegedly? Because Tamar is very sensitive. Now, Tamar will not mind cussing me the hell out.
Yeah, both of us probably.
But she has no filter. She will not care. She will not care if she makes us famous. She will cuss
She
us the
really
hell
doesn't.
out.
Please
Especially,
do, Tamar.
please do.
I promise I won't say anything or do anything back.
Meanwhile, you'll have your cell phone here be like, just go to her IG. I screenshot it. Infamous.
Exactly. All press is good press.
We're gonna have to do a reading to see if. When did we do a reading? Did we do it already to see if she would get arrested for insurance?
Tamar? No, I don't think we
Mm-hmm.
did.
All
Should
right.
we do one?
Why not?
Okay.
Okay.
Are you thirsty? Because I'm thirsty.
Dry. So thirsty. I'm gonna
I'm
get. Oh,
thirsty.
I
I'm
need
gonna go
water
get
too.
some water.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some tea.
Let's take a quick 45-second break. Y'all can still donate for a reading. And
Yes.
we're going to come back and do Tamar, talk about Pete Davidson, and then get right to the live readings. I'm going to get some water, though, because I'm thirsty. 45 seconds. We'll be right back.
Cue the music!
My spiritual people. Oh, you're in for a treat. Welcome to the Lamarr and Tracey show. The only psychic tarot readers you need to know. You can trust our word because we've got your back. And our personal readings don't cost you a stack. Tracey is the one with the fiery flair, and Lamarr is the one with the donned up hair. Trolls are jealous because we predicted it. Are you ready for the show? Cause it's time to get lit. Coming. Sorry. Thank you to the 145 people in the room. Please like the video, subscribe wherever you're watching, follow, like, and share. That's a good idea. Will there be a 2024 prediction video from you both here on live? That'll be a good one. Yes, this is all alleged. Tamar has her sun, moon, and I think her Venus in Pisces. So she's sometimes reacting to the energy. She's not always reacting to like what's actually going on, which makes her look crazy. Also, Pisces, I love y'all, Pisces. Sometimes Pisces is associated with delusion. Neptune rules delusion, so that explains the delusions and why maybe she would allegedly ROB herself. Just saying. Yeah, Sun, Moon, and Venus in Pisces, child. That also explains the issues in relationships. Tamar's looking for someone who gets her and who can read her mind and things of that nature, but no one can do that.
I don't know. I think she's sick.
Mentally,
Yeah.
yeah.
Seriously.
No, I could see that.
And
I mean, she has to be. I wonder what her Mercury's in. Her Mercury must be in maybe Virgo,
mhm.
opposite her Sun, Moon, and Venus,
Yeah.
or maybe Gemini.
Gemini. Don't do that.
Mhm.
Don't do.
I mean,
We can't throw Geminis under the bus.
well, I say Gemini because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the opposite of Pisces.
Got it.
Yeah, I think that Tamar has borderline personality disorder.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point, sweetie. That's a very good point. She is a lot to deal with.
I mean, that I highly agree with. I don't know how her sisters deal with it. So do
Because they're
we?
crazy too. They're crazy too.
That's true. Did you see Tawanda shaved her head? I'm not sure if
Oh,
it's for medical reasons though.
what?
Yeah,
Oh no. Tawanda was starting to have some weird illness, wasn't she?
I thought it seems like it might be for medical reasons.
Wow. Wow. Tawanda used to signed up for this show called Starting Over.
I saw that. Yeah.
And seriously, it's because of Tawanda that the girls have their show.
Mhm.
I think Tamar reached out to the networks,
She did the deals. Yeah.
but Tawanda went on the show and put it out in the universe that she wanted to do a TV show.
So she manifested it.
She manifested it for her sisters.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And at one point, her and Tamar were like fighting. Sorry, my light is like acting weird.
Everybody in Tamar fights.
That's true. Huh. Why is my light not working? Oh, now you want to turn on. Can you please stop the madness? So the question is she gonna get arrested for insurance fraud?
Oh yeah. You start, Lamar. I gotta find my closet key.
Okay. I want to remind everyone that we are doing live readings once again. So if you would like a live reading, it is $60 per reading. You can send your donation to PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. The link is in the description box below, the comment section, as well as the chat.
So I forgot my tarot cards, Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
So I was forced to buy this deck.
Yeah.
I was, I was forced to buy this. So I'm
Have you used
thinking
it?
it's for beginners.
Oh, you brought that with you?
I had to buy it in Puerto Rico.
Got it.
It's
Well,
it's for beginners. So I'm gonna use this while I'm in Puerto Rico.
at least you have something.
I had to get I had a plethora of things I could have chose from, right? And it took me an hour to like try and pick which one. I finally settled on this, and it turns out it's a beginner's deck.
Uh, you can always cut it
That's just
a
it's just
lot.
it's just too much. But I would be willing to give these away once I get back,
I was gonna say you can give them away.
right?
Yeah.
What's everybody saying in the chat?
I don't know. Hold on. I have to block someone
Why? What's going
from
on? Let
my
me see it.
website.
Hmm,
No, not in the
what's that?
chat, from my website.
Oh, look what Gail said. Sometimes a shaved head can symbolize starting over. Interesting. Yeah, Celestial says give them away to someone starting out. I will, sweetie.
Yeah, I would just give them away once you're done. I mean, like, maybe you can do a giveaway. But I don't know if that's against, YouTube is like,
Wait, what happened?
I don't know if that's against YouTube now to do like giveaways. Because I remember
Really?
hearing something. Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, Curly Gem says her Mercury's in Pisces.
Oh, that makes sense.
But she also said, please don't throw Geminis under the bus.
Sorry about it.
So sorry. She's laughing though.
Yeah.
Hi, Fit Game Chicks. How you doing? Shaved head is also a ritual. Well, well, hold on. Let's be fair to what that means, because a lot of IFAs have to shave their heads.
That's true.
So that's also an African thing to be initiated, and you have to shave your head. That's their belief system. Oh, I'm drinking green tea and it's hitting the spot.
Yeah, I can't wait to make tea after this live. Sorry, someone chose the wrong time to cause an issue behind the scenes.
What's going on?
So this client sent a payment for a reading on PayPal, but then her payment didn't go through.
Okay.
So she sent it on Cash App and wanted me to refund the PayPal once it went through. Well, I forgot about it, but she also came up on my scam list on the back end of my website as like a potential fraud. So I was like, I'm gonna have to look into that. I never looked into it, and now here she comes with her nonsense. So I'm just saying, like whatever, like I just won't do business with her again. So I'm gonna block her on my website because I don't want to deal with her again. I don't like clients like that. Like if you don't bring your money issues and your issues to me. Like be organized. So it's okay. She'll be blocked. Don't come back, please. I have no problem blocking people. Do you block people, Tracy, from being able to get a reading with you sometimes? Like once they if there's shady business, do you block them? Because that's my motto. If it's shady,
Mm-hmm.
blocked. Don't come back.
Mm-hmm. I have a
I just
list.
blocked it. Yeah, I have a list.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so yeah. So sorry, y'all. I had to deal with that. I feel like she's watching the video too. So there you go. Don't come back, girl.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to Tamar.
I do want to tell you that if there's a money issue,
Hmm.
then the client is a problem.
The client is the problem. That's what I'm saying. That's why I blocked her.
Because
Actually,
money,
can I send her a quick email? Hold on.
yeah.
I'm not gonna be nasty. I promise.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
I'll just talk. Money is fluidity. It's fluid. This isn't the 1970s. This isn't the 1930s. It's
exactly.
2023. It's digital and it's fluid. So if there's a money problem, the client is going to be a problem.
I agree.
And there's no reason to have any problems. PayPal goes through, Cash App goes through, Venmos goes through. There's just no reason to have a problem nowadays.
I agree.
So the minute there's a money problem, check the client.
I was going to. I just never got a chance to it because you know how busy I am.
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad it's over with. I like, I kind of like pushing clients away like that. I have no problem telling you, don't come back to me ever again in a nice way.
It's boundaries.
It's boundaries, yeah. Curly M Jim says Lamar did that. I mean, I'm about my business. What can I say? Gail says no, be nasty, read her. I mean, I wish I could, but that's just so unprofessional.
It's not, Gail. I'm with you. No. See, if I'm gonna block you, you gonna get red.
But then she could come back and post it on the blogs and post it on YouTube. Look what he
Good.
said to me.
Good.
No, I don't want.
Mm-mm.
I don't want the drama. So
10
I'm
years
always
ago,
nice.
I did something with Lipstick Alley. 10 years ago. If you Google me right now, that Lipstick Alley comment still stands.
They talk about me too. Yeah.
I have made up for everything, predicted Rihanna, Janet Jackson,
And
Britney Spears.
they call us fake.
The nasty ones still at the top of the line. I don't know how
Mm.
Lipstick Alley does it.
They talk about everybody though. So also, I don't know, to talk about a witch. Like I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying I might not have done a candle or two on Lipstick Alley. Just saying. Just saying. So if you said something on Lipstick Alley, I'm just saying, shots fired. If the bullets hit,
The part
it
that
is what it
kills
is.
me is that it's such an antiquated website.
It really is.
I don't understand why they won't upgrade their website.
I don't know. Lamar is a consummate professional. I applaud you, bravo. Thank you.
Consummate. Consummate.
The less you say, better. I think I have a hex on me. Take a spiritual bath. Also, it's your mindset too.
Hmm.
Wouldn't you say? Lipstick Alley has everyone's teas and teacups. Exactly. Child, they talk about everybody. It's my Libra moon. I have to. It has to be fair. Like, my Libra moon is very, like, yeah. I have
Okay.
to balance
But
the scale somehow.
I have a Libra rising, right? My fairness is if you upset me, you being upset.
That's true. That's true. I get that. I get that. I
Because
get
I'm
that.
all like this. I'm all like Zen. Like, I'm all like this. Don't bring me no fire. I work with fire. Don't bring me no shit.
Don't bring me anything. Don't start no. Don't start none. Won't be none. Is the motto.
I remember that.
Yeah,
And
definitely
Teresa,
take a
you never
spiritual
heard of a
bath.
spiritual bath.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
wonder you feel like you have a hex on you.
never took a bath.
Exactly. Well, my grandmother always says, "Baby, you better watch who you put your words on." Exactly.
Mm, right, Bree.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You've never liked Lipstick Alley? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't
To me,
participate.
it's like a bunch of 10-year-olds on that site.
Yeah, and it's anonymous too.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've been reported on Lipstick Alley on my
really,
site. Mm-hmm.
what's funny is one time I had a client. I won't say her name, but I remember her name. She, like, we didn't have a good experience with one another, and I went on Lipstick Alley to look at, like, because I have a whole, like, whatever it is, thread, and I saw her saying something. I knew it was her based on the experience I had with her. So I was like, "Oh, you're in here talking ish." So I might have hand delivered that some of those candles to certain people's doorsteps that I knew. Just saying.
Hand delivered.
Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. Like, I'm a witch. You don't think I'm going to be able to tell who's, I don't know.
Some people use social media because that's how bold they can get on social media. But what did Bree say? Be careful who you put your words on.
Be careful who you put your words on.
Keep trying it.
That's a
Keep
word
trying.
right there.
It's not gonna work out for you. Keep trying it. But I wish you well. I wish you well.
And I've
Cause
been really nice lately. I have not done any candles but there's people trying it lately. Ooh, child. I'm really trying to. I'm
Trying
trying
to
to
be
keep
zen. We're trying to be
trying to be
zen.
zen, but y'all are pulling me back in the dark. Lord have mercy.
Dark.
I'm just saying.
I just came out the dark and I'm in my happy place. Y'all trying to put me back in.
Wellness is light the candle.
Oh,
Lord have
just light
mercy.
the candle.
Be laying on hands on people through the ethers, exactly.
I love that. Who said that?
Celestial Earth Goddess. I just got a visual of Lamar doing a baleful ritual in someone's front yard. That sounds like something I do. I love that. That's actually an interesting ritual idea. All right. Sorry, we
Don't
segued
give us
into.
ideas.
Please don't give us ideas. Sorry, we segued into drama. Let's focus on Tamar and
Yes.
her drama.
Yes. Is she going to get arrested?
Yeah.
Or maybe let's say arrested. Could legal troubles come out of this?
Okay.
Lamar,
Oh,
first card.
well, I mean,
This is an arrest.
yeah, it is.
Five of Swords is self sabotage. You go ahead, Lamar. I saw you praying.
Huh?
Dummy. No, I thought I saw you going into
Oh,
your
yeah.
zone praying.
Yeah.
All the world is going to see it. Dummy. Devil also means arrest. Dummy.
It's the chains.
You're so stupid tripping over yourself until all the knives fall on your own back, you dumbbell.
Hmm.
King of Swords, her boyfriend might throw her under the bus, like you said earlier today. The moon is deception. And the hermit could mean put away for a while. Oh no, no, no. You know what the hermit could mean? I got this for Trump too. And a sane asylum.
Wow.
You know,
Like a mental hospital.
yes.
Let's see. Okay. I had to reshuffle because the first spread was like, I don't know, it didn't make sense. I had to re-ask the question. I do get the Ten of Swords and her thoughts. She's a Pisces, right? We did say she's
She's
a
a Pisces.
Pisces.
Mm-hmm.
The first card I get is the Knight of Cups, then this could be her facing the Three of Pentacles connected to money. So I don't think she worked alone. I'm wondering if she worked with the robbers. We kind of joked about that one day,
Mm-hmm.
but it could be true.
Mm-hmm.
I get the same cards as you. I get the Five of Swords connected to one-on-one relationships. I'm wondering if not just she could say something. I feel like someone else could say something. Maybe rat her out.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
I got the Tower card connected to endings, change and transformation.
Oh my God,
Is she
Tamar.
going to jail? She definitely could go to jail, or she could get prosecuted for this.
At least something, yeah.
Something could happen. The Death card connected to working amongst a group of people.
Yep.
Unexpected changes. Last card I get is the King of Swords. I think you're right. A man could say something. He shows up as a hidden enemy, or the placement of secrecy as well. So I'm wondering, what is JR sign? This could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Pisces man. I got all the bad cards. I got the Tower card. Could she go to jail, or could something happen to her for potential insurance fraud? I have to say yes.
Mm.
Especially if she didn't work alone. I don't think she worked alone. I think she worked with some dummies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Tamar, what did you do? What did you do, Tamar? What did you do?
And I think it might have been one of those things where it's like, we can split the money.
Mm.
We can all split the insurance money. I just need y'all to do this. Oh, he's a Leo. Okay.
Hi, Ori.
Hi, Ori.
How are you?
Bree says her now ex-fiance made a statement saying they are no longer together and that he's back to working on being a more positive person.
That means he wasn't positive while being with her.
Right.
She turned
Once
him
again,
into not being a positive person.
throwing shade once again.
Mm.
Tamar just can't catch a break
Wait, do you see Gail?
with flashcards.
I'm so
Poor Tamar cannot catch a break.
poor Tamar.
Well, I was being facetious. I was being sarcastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor us. It's
She pulled a final
drama.
card
Okay.
just to see.
Yeah, but again, I don't have my regular cards, so these are called the runes. Runes. So the consensus is her and her nappy-headed robbers that wore bright red and white sneakers and
Right.
no mask, no
No
mask.
masks. Nothing on their face.
Nothing
Or
on
their
their face.
body shape to hide their body shape.
One had a limp,
Right.
and no one rushed to rob this car. There was no rushing. They
Just taking
sat in
their
the
sweet
car for a
time.
while, then they got out, they talked, one limped away slowly.
I'm surprised they didn't look directly at the camera.
It's a nightmare. All right.
these are like weird cards for Tamar. I got the Nine of Action. It
Mm-hmm.
says you've worked hard to create the things you cherish in your life, such as beloved relationships, amazing accomplishments in hearth and home. Rest assured that all these treasures and you are being constantly protected by your angels. In return, Mother Earth, the animals, and the environment need your protection. But that's like the complete opposite of this card.
What do you mean? I missed it. What was the meaning?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It says you've worked hard to create the things you cherish in your life, which okay, yes, she has, such as beloved relationships. She has none though. No beloved Well, maybe she does. I don't know. Amazing accomplishments. That's true. In hearth and home. Apparently, she has no home though or hearth. So I don't understand the card. Anyways, it says rest assured that all these treasures and you are being constantly protected by your angels. In return, Mother Earth, the animals, and the environment need your protection. The only thing I can get out of this is that she's not protecting others in some way. Like she's not putting it forward.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
So has she been a nasty, mean girl
Mm-hmm.
behind the scenes the whole time? And now this
Mm-hmm.
is just karma for being. Because
Yes.
when you're an artist in her position, like Tony Braxton, like she's very generous. She's very, at least in public, like she
Right.
puts on the
We'll
whole,
take
the
it.
whole show.
We'll take it. Tamar
Yeah,
never shows this side in public.
she never does.
So what does she think is going to come back to her eventually?
Exactly. She has no earth and home. I mean, according to her words,
I think Tamar is a good example of how we're supposed to deposit good deeds
yeah.
and zero good deeds, but I'm just worried about me. Like, all right, Tamar, like, I don't know.
That never works. That never works.
The balance isn't there.
Yeah.
Where's her Libra? Do you have any planets in Libra? Because she is just not.
That'll be a good question.
Hmm.
Or
Well,
maybe Aries? Go ahead.
oh, it's okay. Once again, I don't have my cards, disclaimer. So I had to buy cards. So the final outcome, I was forced to buy even a final outcome card. And so I got the runes because I've just been fascinated with the runes. I pulled the runes for randomly for her. And tell me if this looks good.
It's interesting. It looks like they're being like washed away.
Right,
No, it doesn't look good.
right. Now it's called the runes of God knows what. Um, the runes of, I'm not going to pronounce this right. Naudhiz. Noise. I don't know what it this pronunciation is, but it means being compelled by faith. So faith takes over now, right?
That's what I said. Yeah.
That's exactly what you just said. And God gives us chances, right? And some people think, which I think this is where Tamar is at, that you've done so much bad that now it doesn't matter if you correct yourself because you just think you can't get none of those brownie points back, right? But I do want to tell people it will never, ever be too late to turn anything around, anything. And so that it means tidal wave, also a signal fire, also need, necessity, shortage, mystery, resistance, faith, compulsion. Also could mean revival in a way where, like a fire, tears everything down, but from a fire can you get more beautiful grass.
Yeah. So it
Um,
regrows. Yeah.
Great power of resistance, recreation of order. So chaos ensues, and from chaos you have to recreate, right? Because if you don't, then you have stagnant air. Um, Strength through constructive pressure from outside and inside. All right. Negative meaning is need, loss, weakening, sickness, misfortune, depression, misery, poverty. So,
I mean, that's
at
kind of
what
what she's going
cost?
through.
Yeah, at what cost is she willing to like ruin herself?
Apparently, robbing herself.
And there you have it. Right.
Not good, Tamar.
So,
Y'all, Tamar done did it this time. She really did. Done did it this time.
Starlight. Now
Yeah.
listen, in my title, I put Tamar Braxton break up again, and then I put Pete Davidson drunk again.
So let's segue into Pete. Pete Davidson crashed his SUV drunk driving, which is very unacceptable. Luckily, he didn't injure anyone. Well, maybe himself, obviously. But it was a reckless driving charge, and apparently this is his second one. He's not been doing well, and we talked about this yesterday. He's not been doing well since his breakup with Kim.
He was sloppy before that.
Well, yeah, but he at least kind of kept it together before then for a little period. No.
Nope. SNL almost fired him for his drug use.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They put him in rehab.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave him chances. Speaking of chances, he also apparently had more than one chance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I am not a fan. Who is really a fan of drunk driving? I'm not a fan of drunk driving at all. I don't understand the desire to get behind a car after you've had so many drinks. I just don't get it. Like, at this point, you would think it's unsafe. Like, I just don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm too drunk, the last thing I'm thinking about is getting behind a car to go anywhere.
Mm. You know, it's funny. I work at a hotel, so liquor's flying all over the place, right? And so everyone is always surprised when I say, I don't drink, I don't drink. And then one day, one of the staff asked the right question. And she goes, you don't drink? Or you don't drink because? And I said, you're right. I don't drink because. And then I finished it and I was like, I will dance on top tables. I'm party animal, drinking. I'm haha funny girl Tracey. I'm having a ball, right? One, I have no one around me to become that, right?
Right.
Because remember, I come from a mother that drank. So I'm
Hmm.
always having to watch what my load is.
Right.
What I need to do is never let that load up
Exactly.
because you have to know what's in your DNA.
Hmm.
So if you know you have drunks in your family, drug addicts in your family, if you want to save yourself, like you got to work on that boundaries, that discipline, everything to not recreate, you know, the life that was given to you, right? Because it's not your fault
Yeah.
when you have parents. My dad didn't drink, thank God. So, but you have to know your level.
You have to know your limit. Yeah.
Yeah. And how it's so bad.
Yeah.
So now that I'm on vacation, right? I don't have to worry
Hmm.
about driving. I can drink.
I learned the hard way. One time I was at my friend's house and we were drinking, and then he just randomly, I think he was depressed. I later
Hmm.
found out that his mom died and he never told me, which is weird. But people deal with grief in different ways.
Yes,
But
yes.
one time we were drinking and he just up and was like, I'm going to bed, and walked upstairs and went to bed. And I don't like staying at people's houses, so I had no choice but to drive home. Luckily, I made it safe, but I was like, I'm never doing that again. That was horrible. I hate driving when you're drunk. Like it's just not an enjoyable experience to me from experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I learned then if I'm going out, I'm gonna maybe have a drink or two, get it out of my system, and I'm gonna go home. My
Right.
goal is to get home at the end of the night. Like that's all I care about.
Right.
So
Can I give you guys a trick? If they ever tell you to blow into a breathalyzer, right? If they ever tell you to blow into a breathalyzer and you do, and they look at it and they say it didn't work, tell them to do a blood test. Do not be fearful because you're not drunk. But if you blow into a breathalyzer and they say it doesn't work, something registered. It's just under the legal limit. You're not drunk. So they're going to tell you blow into the breathalyzer again, the same one. When you do, it starts from here. Now you're over the legal limit.
right.
You don't blow into the breathalyzer twice. I don't care if there's two different ones. I don't care if they say it malfunctioned. One, you will buy yourself some time because liquor does not stay in your system.
Yeah. And that makes sense because you're drunk, so you're not gonna think to pay attention to, oh, the thing is still stuck there. Like, you
But the
know,
cops know it.
they
So
which
if
is
they're
another reason
looking
you
for
don't drink
drunk
and drive.
drivers, huh?
I said, which is another reason why you don't drink and drive. Why does that keep happening? Sorry. Did you see that?
I saw the light click off. Yeah. Is everything okay?
Yeah. It's just annoying. Okay, we're back.
By the way, a blinking light is Archangel Michael.
Oh, I love that. There must be some haters in the room.
Right. A very well could be.
I think there probably is definitely some hate. I have some ideas of who they could be. I miss you this morning, Tracy. I look forward to your videos.
Do you know I
Cocktail.
totally forgot about this morning? I meant to do it from the airport and I just totally forgot about it.
Well, maybe you needed some time to yourself.
Yes. And reminds me, I can't do it tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
Oh, I'll put a sign up, no show until Wednesday.
yeah. You need some you time. It's hard putting on a show every day. Like,
I know, but it's so easy too.
it
After a
is
while,
easy.
it's just like so easy.
Yeah. It
All
becomes
right.
routine.
Pete, oh, wait, Bree said something. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I watch every morning. Oh my God, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I miss you too this morning. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. One more morning, and then I'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I kept scrolling. Was there a mistake? Oh my God. I'll put up a sign for tomorrow so nobody's expecting me. That makes me sad.
Yes. Yeah. So going back to Pete Davidson and his drinking issues,
Yeah,
it's sad, you know.
yeah,
He's clearly going through something. And
yeah.
can it go up from here for him? Can he get better?
No,
Drinking, I mean, that's a drinking and drugs is a hard addiction to beat.
I say no facetiously because I want him, of course, to get better. And Bree said it best. What did Bree say? Thank you, Lotus Blossom. Love your dogs. Is that one dog or two? So cute. What's a Neuralink?
Yeah.
The morning's help. Oh, sets the energy. What? Oh, Jow, you don't know how you're affecting people until
Yeah,
you're not there.
you don't know who's watching, yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. Oh my God.
Well, that makes the comeback even more sweeter.
Yes,
It
yes.
is very addictive, yeah.
It's very addictive. The show or whatever Pete
I
Davis
think
is taking.
drinking and drugs, yeah. Or maybe the show too, I don't know.
Everyone needs some time. But Bree was saying something about how she felt sorry for him and, she can't imagine being him. And that's very responsible words. Sadly, Pete is in a lot of pain. I'm not making any excuses for him, but he's in pain and he seems to be comfortable with it. Interesting. That's an interesting observation. Is he comfortable with it? You know, yeah, why not, Bree? People are
Yeah,
afraid to heal sometimes.
yeah. They get really comfortable in there. I don't know.
Bree, if that's all they
Depression.
know,
Yeah,
they don't know healing. So they just know how to keep recreating the pain.
yeah.
So that's very true and very sad.
It is very sad. Yeah, drinking and drugs is very addictive. Yeah.
It is. So, with that being said, Lamar, tomorrow I'm coming on with some sweet red wine.
Yeah. After talking about drinking and
Yeah. And Magic Mermaid said he's got Pisces in him, so
yeah,
they listen. Pisces, don't get mad at me. It's your sign. They are the drunks of the zodiacs.
I mean, I could. Everyone has a vice, and I will say Pisces can be drinking and drugging, and they're very much about escapism. And they're fish, so they're always drinking in the water too. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
drink like a fish, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Pain attracts pain. Yes, that's so true. Oh my God. You wind up with friends that are like minded like you and lovers that are like minded like you. It's just so detrimental.
yeah.
And seriously, Kanye just really scared Pete the shits. And Pete was like, I gotta go.
I mean, Kanye is crazy.
Probably where Drink Like a Fish came from. Very true. I'm Pisces. I love food and weed. Weed is an addictive herb. Escapism is real to me. Yeah, see? Thank you, Lotus. We appreciate the
Yeah.
honesty because, yeah. All right, Lamar, let's,
Let's do the live readings. So someone donated for a live reading.
okay.
By the way, you guys, we're still doing live readings. So if you want to donate for a live reading, it is $60 per reading. You can send your donation to PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. The link is in the description box below. It's also
Mhm.
scrolling at the bottom. It's also in the chat. So get a reading while we're here. You can always come back and rewatch your reading. That's one of the benefits of it. And you get a good reading from me and Tracey. So two of the best psychics on YouTube. Pete has demons like Mac Miller. They all remind me of each other. Yeah,
I love
definitely.
Macmillan, though. Damn, I
Me
miss
too.
him.
Yeah.
I miss him a lot.
So, okay, Renee. Let's see what Renee's question is. Starlight. Starlight, what's your question? Yes, to get a double reading, please follow the instructions on the red banner at the bottom. Thank you, the Game Chicks.
Oh, I'll be right there, Lamar. What's the question?
We're still waiting for a question.
Oh, okay. I just listen. I'm borderline.
What'd you say?
I'll be right there.
Every time I see Starlight's name, I think of the song by Tyra Banks in that movie with Lindsay Lohan. Life Size, that's what it's called. Shine bright, shine far, don't be shy, be a star. Where you live, where you are, be a star. I used to love that movie. Tamar girl, please work on yourself before you go after another man. Child. Speaking of which, I'm doing my love candles tonight. I'm very excited. I'm very inspired after your love reading you gave me last night.
Yay!
Yeah.
Lamar, how can they reach you for a reading?
Oh yes, y'all have been blowing me up for readings to the point where I still have to get through my like messages in my phone. Um, sorry, but you you can text me at 703-791-9162. I am available tonight for a few readings. I'm also available tomorrow. What about you, Tracy?
Oh, yes, 213-458-7408. I am traveling in the morning, but I will be available anytime after 6 tomorrow.
6 p.m.
Yes,
Okay.
that way, I mean, I arrive in Virginia at 3, but this way it'll give us a chance to get to the Airbnb, maybe
Get
take a nap.
settled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get my act together. Oh, Lamar, is there pizza out there? Are y'all good with pizza?
Yeah, I mean, there's Pizza Hut, Domino's, but then there's also
No,
like,
no, 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 no.
okay,
Uh-huh.
you mean
No
like a
good pizza.
specialty pizza?
No,
There's
like
specialty.
mom and pop pizza places. Y'all ain't got
Yeah, they
none.
have those. You just have to like Search for them.
Okay.
Search for the good ones. Because there's good and bad ones. I don't necessarily know all the good and bad ones. Because
Yeah.
also there's like different mom and chop pizzas in like every part of Virginia. So
Listen,
mm,
vacation.
vacation, all I ever
This is a
want.
shaky bonnet. Do you know Shaky?
Yes, yeah.
He
McShaky,
got he got out of
MC
jail.
Shaky. Yeah, you told me.
Oh, good.
I don't see him posting though.
I know that's weird, but he did get out
Yeah,
of jail. So we all saw it.
yeah. I want to see him post.
Me too.
Oh, Andy's Pizza. Have I had them before? It's in Tyson's Corner Mall in DC. Ooh. If you're in Arlington, you might not be too far from Tyson's Mall. Tyson's Mall is the best. I don't need to spend any more money, but Tyson's Mall is the best. It's really
We
good.
are
It's really
near a
big.
mall, but I don't know which one. But we are near a mall.
Yeah. I love Tyson's.
Did we get the
Okay.
question yet?
Yes. So Starlight's question, remember we're still taking live readings, y'all. So put your donations in.
Oh,
Starlight's question is, what the hell is this impromptu meeting about? Oh, okay. Um,
oh, at work?
I think so. Today, my day off, I was contemplating calling out tomorrow when I got a text from my boss, a real tool, asking if I could meet at 8:30. I don't start till 9:30. No, Siri. So I guess her boss wants to meet with her. So Starlight says, for the past 2 weeks, my right eye been twitching way too much, and last week things on my job got very burdensome. So she wants to know, what is this impromptu meeting with her boss about in the morning?
Do you want to lose your job,
Ooh,
Starlight?
I mean, that could be a valid question, though.
Yeah. And the reason why I asked, do you want to lose your job? Because if you don't want to lose your job and your job has been problematic for you, you might want to contact HR. And hi, Sylvester. Hi. You might want to contact HR in the morning. Oh, so she wants to be fired. Well, they're gonna fire you. I mean, I'll
It's
check
That's
the
what it
comments.
sounds like. It definitely sounds like when you get that like I need to talk to you coming, you know what that means. Yeah,
An hour before work starts.
right.
So, do you have to go in, or is this on Zoom? What is it? Well,
It
just
is
to
a
make
bad
sure
feeling.
you get, it's a bad feeling. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Um,
I think it's someone different.
hmm.
I think it was someone else who had a disrespectful assistant. Starlight says I've been doing good, meaning doing my job, but they are very critical of me.
Hmm.
What if her boss watches Lamar's channel? I mean, I don't know.
Do you always go in physically, or is it one day a
Oh, it
week?
is you with the disrespectful assistant. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Do you remember that reading?
yeah. Hmm.
So she has to go in physically.
You didn't get a chance to meet HR, did you? Uh,
I don't know. The interesting thing is, I don't necessarily see firing. I definitely get an energy of, I don't know if this is working for us. Like, I definitely get that kind
mm,
of talk could show up. Um, and I get like The Seven of Pentacles, which could be a lack in some way, shape, or form, like you're not living up to your full potential, possibly, of what they expect from you. I feel like they're trying to figure out where your head is at more than anything. Like, do you want to stay here? Do you want to move on to something else? What do you see, Tracy?
Well, I get the Ten of Swords,
Mm.
and there is an offer, like you said, Lamar. The offer is for her to quit, right? Now,
Yeah.
remember, if you quit, you don't get unemployment, which could hold you over for 6 months.
Yep.
Um, I have a funny feeling you didn't contact HR yet, right?
No, she said HR is in Chicago, but only an email away.
I would email HR tonight.
Yeah.
I would email HR tonight. I would let HR know what has transpired. Right, but I want you not to quit safely. So I would let HR know what has transpired. I will also, in that same email, let ER know I need a mental health break. And what do I need to do to take a mental health break? Do I take family leave for 4 months? Like, what do I need to do? Because I need a mental health break. You email HR tonight and you let them know I am going out on a mental health break. What paperwork do I need? Because this job is killing me.
And that gives you time to come up with a plan.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You do not step into that meeting at 8:30 tomorrow. Your letter to HR supersedes you stepping into that workplace tomorrow. So you call out sick tonight, submit the email, or vice versa. You do not go to work. You do not answer the phone when they try to call you. Do you understand? If they text you, you have to say, check with HR. You do not respond to anyone. It is now out of their hands. Go out on a workman's comp claim of mental degradation or something like that at the workplace. If you do it the right way, like right now, you'll be fine.
Yeah. I think you have the potential to be fine
Mm-hmm.
for now.
Mm-hmm. For now. If you can just dodge the bullet, give yourself 4 months, which is family leave, or workman's comp, which could be longer than that. They'll be forced to give you, hopefully, some counseling and enjoy counseling. But just I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I'm physically and mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
And usually HR doesn't know what managers are doing, which is
Mm-hmm.
why you got to get to HR first.
Yep.
But now, if you remember, we told you to go to HR.
I think we did. Yeah. Because you were having the issue with the assistant.
Mm-hmm. She did report him, but remember the advice was go to HR.
Oh, yeah. You were having the issue with the manager, the man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, girl, you should have been gone to HR
Right. The very next day.
to have, like, at least that paper trail.
Yes.
I think I even said that in your reading. Starlight says I don't qualify for family leave, but I will set the tone about my mental health. And yes, you told me to go to HR.
So it's okay that you don't qualify for family leave. You qualify for workman's comp. And that's what you tell them you are applying for. I need, you're not asking, I need the workman's comp papers because I need to go out on leave. And use really good HR words,
Mm-hmm.
right? Words that HR hears. Remember, we talked about there were some racial overtones,
Yep, I was gonna say that.
but you have to speak up. You have to
You have to
say,
have that paper trail.
right. Remember, we talked about this, like how a black boss gets more disrespected.
Yep. Why are you laughing?
Because I'm sharing a hotel room with my boss. She just woke up, and the part that she heard was the black the black woman is the most disrespected. She was like, That's hilarious.
Hi, Tracey's boss.
Lamarr said hi.
Hi.
It's so true. Yes, HR lingo. We as black women on a job need to have a work documentation book. Interesting. Interesting. That is so true. Right. Oh yeah, you definitely qualify for workman's comp. I'm not worried about that. So, but you have to tell HR, I'm applying for workman's comp because this is what's been happening. And remember, you reported him last week, so they're retaliating against you. You don't tell HR they're retaliating against you. You tell HR I'm going on leave. And you don't go to that meeting tomorrow. And they're going to contact you. You do not pick up. When you tell HR you're going on leave, it starts the moment you send an email. That just averts getting fired for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but it also just really does give you a mental break.
Yep. But use it to come up with a plan, though, because there needs to be some exit plan for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, a man is totally doing this to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like it's three people working against you.
Yeah.
I think Lamar's right. They're going to say it in such a way where the options is yours to leave forcefully. They're going to say it like, you know, because that's their job. Their job is to not pay you. So they're not going to want to fire you. They're going to get you to understand. And remember, they're going to do it because intimidation is what they do best,
Yep.
right? Um, but the judgment has already been made. So you should not attend this meeting tomorrow. Um, I think three people are working against you. Um, but the chariot card, right? I just read it, right? And the chariot card in this deck, it says, who's driving your life? Make sure you are the one making the decisions. This is about you and your choices. This is not the time to rely on others. Life can pull you in more than one direction. Now is the time to get back on track. Where are you heading? Plan your course. See,
Mm-hmm.
three people. But I also want to tell you, Star, and anybody else, when we do readings and there's a directive, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
If we tell you to do something, do it.
Do it.
We're not saying it for no reason.
Mm-mm. Do it. And this is for anybody else.
Yeah.
So Starlight, an
It's when
email.
you don't do it is
Oh,
when you get in trouble and then the reading or whatever doesn't come true and then you get mad at us, but you didn't do what we said. Told you what to do.
yeah. And also remember, like, mental health break is the most important thing ever. Thank you,
Yeah.
Latasha. So it's okay to need a mental health break. That's a good phrase. Tell in the email, say, I need this break for my mental health.
Yeah.
Oh, Latasha says, I wish you well. Read, yes.
Hmm.
So do it tonight. And here's the thing, Starlight, fear is not an option. Remember that. Everyone operates under fear with their companies. And it's crazy to operate under fear. You're either going to have a job or not. There's no in between. You're going to have a job or you're not going to have a job. But if there's a problem, there's a way to organize the trouble.
Yeah.
But it also means stepping in, reporting, talking to HR, finding solutions. But black folks in particular tends to stay quiet. White folks don't stay quiet.
They don't.
Why do you think we have all these Karens in the world? Because they believe they have a right to be angry.
Yep.
And by the way, everyone, this really is a black white issue at her job. They're not respecting her because she's a black woman. Wait, what happened? Go back. I'm not a reader, but just in giving ordinary advice, I would have never thought of that. Thought of what, sweetie? I never know what I say. I'm already passed on to the next thought. Gospel truth. Fear is never an option. No one gets to fear no one but God. I was just gonna say that. Nobody gets to
That
take you
part.
down but God. And God has
Hmm.
no interest in taking you down. So
Yeah.
if you get taken down, it's because you didn't take the right steps.
Exactly.
Tracey and Lamarr are like pastors. I'm here for the word. What did she say about her daughter?
I'll still be able to pay my daughter's rent in Jesus' name.
Why are you paying your daughter's rent?
I don't know.
Because our children will take advantage of us.
I know. I know.
You know,
Yeah.
every day. Every day they take advantage of us. Y'all know my story with my son. I was like, I cannot anymore. And then he got mad at me. He's like, no, you took what?
I get it. Been there. Done that.
I know Starlight is really looking young in that picture.
She does. She's in med school and working part
What's she saying?
time.
Yes, yes. I put on top the microwave.
Oh, she's a good child. Okay.
Girl, please, when you have a good kid, pay that child's rent. I got you.
Yeah.
A very good child. Listen, but I'm also back to, I'm pretty sure your job knows everything that you're doing. So they don't get to laugh at you and fire you.
Right.
So laugh back
Mhm.
and just put you know how, like, when the wall is leaking, plug a hole in that wall and stop this.
Mhm.
Thank you, Vid Cane Chicks. Oh, I love her.
Stop it in its tracks. Celestial says once we turned 18, our parents made sure we paid some bills, but that's how baby boomers are.
I know, but we as parents, so I have to talk about my age bracket parents. We did spoil our kids. We didn't mean to, but
I was spoiled for sure.
right, Lamar, right.
Yeah.
So our age bracket, when something happens with the kids, what do the kids say? Ma, I'm in trouble.
Mommy.
Mom. All of a sudden you become mommy, right?
Mhm. I call my mom mommy.
When you're in trouble? Or,
No, just in general.
oh, I love that. You know
Yeah.
how my son calls me?
Ma.
Ma, like a sheep,
That's what my uncle calls my grandma.
like a sheep.
Ma. Yeah, I
Oh,
always said mommy.
I love that.
I am spoiled for sure, right? Yeah, I'm definitely spoiled. Like,
Not surprised, Infinite.
period.
Not surprised. So,
And I'm also a
what?
hard worker, though. Go ahead.
Yes,
Oh.
I'm a baby Xer, and I've seen how it changed. Yeah, but let's remember that our parents were still struggling with us.
Hmm.
So with our parents, we remember being poor. We remember the struggle. So when life evolved, especially when black women got more educated, we weren't about to recreate poor. No.
Mm-mm.
So if we could give to our kids, we did.
It was like a collective, we're not going back to the hood anymore.
It was a universal,
Yeah.
worldly. And
Yeah.
remember, what planet would that be in at the time?
Jupiter?
It's one of the bigger planets, right? Jupiter or
Saturn, maybe?
Saturn's 12 years, right? So
Oh, okay.
Jupiter's how many? Pluto? Which one's
It
Pluto?
might have been Pluto. Pluto's like 10 years or
No.
more.
What's
Or more.
Jupiter then?
Jupiter, I think, is around, I don't know, actually, a couple years, I think. How long does Jupiter, let me look it up. How long does Jupiter, because I say Jupiter because Jupiter deals with race.
No, 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 no. Not about race, about how the generations evolved from we
That's
ain't being
Pluto.
poor no more.
That's Pluto. Pluto is the generations. So like Gen
Mhm.
Z, Gen X, baby boomers, that's Pluto.
Got it.
Yeah.
So where was Pluto in 1962?
Let's see. It was in Virgo from 1958 to 1971.
Well, there you go. That's my generation right now. That's the 50 and
Yeah.
60-year-olds.
Virgo deals with structure, work, job, your daily
1958.
routine. Yep, 1958.
So that would be 61 to like 1963. So it'd be 1971.
Mm,
1971. So that would be 50, 51 to 62, 63. It was in
yep.
Virgo.
Hmm.
Virgo's money.
Yeah, it can be money. It's work, so you earn money
It's
through work. Yeah, and your
well,
job.
and that's what we did with that generation.
Yeah,
And we were successful.
yeah.
So why the hell were we going to revisit poor? We did that with our parents. It was not going to happen a second time in our lifetime,
Right.
which means the children that were born, we weren't going to help them visit what poor looked like. So they're spoiled.
As the gen, as the millennial, I am grateful. I am grateful to be spoiled, to be able to be spoiled,
Yeah, but I
or
think your
have been spoiled.
generation needs to have a talk with other generations because when parents don't give, then you guys, not you, Lamarr, I'm not saying you, because you got the best compliments from one of my clients today, but you guys just don't get it when we like, no,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
time to
I
grow
don't
up,
know. Yeah, it's time to grow up. I guess you're right.
right? Because
Yeah.
if you want something, you know, you all know mom is going to be there. You already know it. That's who we are. That's the generation.
But you can't go to mom for every single thing. That's when it becomes an issue.
Because the generation before that said no to us.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe they weren't the, the kindest generation because they were like, you better stay with your husband. Like, it was like, oh, what?
Right.
You better not leave him. He's fine. He's fine. Like, Mama, he beats me. He's fine.
Right. Yeah. That's definitely not today's day and age. But I
Your
do
generation,
remember
your
I
generation was
remember the
crazy.
remnants. I remember the remnants of that, yeah. When I was
Mm-hmm.
little.
Where they wouldn't even let you come home. Like, that generation was cruel. You come on
Yeah.
your, what you doing here? Wait, what? Mom? Like, you question, is this my mother? And she's like, where's your husband? Home. Go back to your husband.
Yep.
And the authorization for abuse came from your own family because nobody would bother to understand. Like, I can't, it's bad out there. So when we got our own kids, we were like, no, 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 no. Who's abusing you? Come home
Right.
now. Go
Yep.
back in your bed. I still saved your bed. I
Yep.
didn't change anything in that room. It's a shrine.
That's how it really be though.
Yeah. In any case, so guys, when we give you advice, don't sit on it. I know how crazy it is, and I know what it's like to be trapped in fear. Like, I get that. Push past it.
Yeah.
Too many of y'all are too smart and too educated to all of a sudden think that one job is the end all. Your job is not the alpha, nor is it the omega.
Nope.
So fear is not the way we should operate. Slavery
Mm.
doesn't exist anymore
Yep.
for any of us. For any of us, you know. Why
Mm.
do you think everybody resigned right after COVID?
People got tired.
Tired of that workforce. Get here on time. You ain't doing right.
Don't be
Bosses
5 minutes late.
don't be, yeah. Bosses just measuring every little thing. This was
You took
before
too long of a
COVID.
lunch break. Yeah.
Yo, don't talk about the lunch breaks. Because, oh my God, I never came back on time for the lunch
Me
breaks.
either. Who can
Ever.
eat? Who can order food and eat in 30 minutes? Like, that's
Let me tell
impossible.
you something. Oh, see, in my day, you guys don't even know. I can't believe I'm talking this way right now. In my day, it was an hour lunch, but it took 15 to 20 minutes to get to the restaurant, 20 minutes to gulp it down, 20 minutes to walk back. I can't do that. I've missed a whole hour of leisure time.
Right.
I never came back to work on time, ever. And then back in the day, we had liquid lunches. We just drank.
Interesting.
Yes.
Times have changed.
You better not come back telling somebody you had a liquid lunch. You will get written up.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Definitely. Should we pull a final card? Or did we already pull a final card?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
you know how I know? Because I got these new cards. So I actually know that we did. Starlight, get your power back, sweetie. Go ahead and figure out how to fight. You'll be fine.
Yes.
Trust God in the process.
Put on your spiritual armor.
Yes, no weapons formed against me will prosper.
Shall prosper.
Hmm. And trust us more.
Yeah.
we want to be here for you. Trust us more. Everybody, not just Starlight. Trust us more.
Wellness says Tracy, yes, I was 17 years old and I wanted to go back home to the Caribbean because my father was abusive. My mother said, stay there. What are you going to do here? Child.
Yeah, that sounds about right. How could your mother let you stay with abusive father? I can't.
Yeah.
He would be dead right now if I were that mother of my child.
Yeah.
That's mortifying to hear, and I'm sorry you went through that.
I'm wondering if the mother also went through her own abuse with him,
But that's
which will make it
generational
even worse.
curses. People don't
Yeah,
understand generational curses. That's called a generational curse.
absolutely.
What? Yeah. Break the chains. That toxicity just passed down. Mm. And to be honest with you, I feel like this generation is trying to break it. But then we I don't know about you, because you got some great kids, but we wound up raising spoiled children. You are. Mm. Exactly. Yeah. But sometimes with oh, good girl, compose that letter to HR. Sometimes in breaking generational curses, right? When when something other than God gets in, right? When something other than God, then you have a spiritual battle.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes your own children don't know that they're in a spiritual battle.
Mm-hmm.
And if God, I know for me personally, if the spiritual battle doesn't want me to heal others, they'll attack my life personally.
Yeah.
Or pray
Stay prayed up.
consistently, like no matter what's happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, my boss just said if you're gonna fight, you have to fight knowing that you won. Which we're talking about fighting, but we talk about that with money and success, right? We
Yeah,
think
you
about
gotta
money and
act like you
success
already have it.
as if you already have it. So she said the same thing about fighting an unforeseen force. You gotta fight it because you know you've already won. You might be in the middle of it, but you're not gonna lay down for no force.
Mm-mm. Definitely not.
Yeah, yeah. Go right ahead.
fruit that they call it, God penalized them for penalized Eve with child labor and Adam with hard work, right? But where in the Bible said that because what is man? He made man to rule the world, the earth. Man has dominion over all things, over the beasts of the field, the fowls of the air, and all crawling thing, the fishes of the sea, right?
God gave him charge. Yeah.
Right. So where in the Bible, after penalizing them, did it say? That's what I asked the pastor. That's why, I manifest whatever I want because he made me in his image to rule the world. So where did it say that he took back everything from them that he had given them? He had given
didn't.
them
He
everything.
gave them more.
Yeah, he gave them to be fruitful and multiply.
Regardless.
And they had kids, right? They wasn't alone anymore. They started multiplying. So where did it ever say? And this is why, and I'm not a racist person because I have white family, but this is why the white people are successful because they know the truth. All the black people know is to be born and whatever they see when they was born was being slaves, right? And
Yeah.
come out from your mother's womb seeing your mom and dad
suffering,
being slaves,
arguing,
so that's all.
not
they were
sticking
slaves
together.
Yeah, they were slaves in those days. So all they know is that because that's the mentality and that's what the church is teaching the people. They're not teaching the truth so they can get out of it. Because years ago they was brainwashed by the white man to become this.
To stay enslaved.
To stay down.
Right.
Yeah.
To stay down.
So
yeah.
I ask the pastor, I challenge them all the time when I go to the different churches. Where does it say to me that God took away our rights and our faith and our privileges to ask for what we want? You see? And so we fail because the mouth is powerful. The power is in the tongue. Because the Lord
Yes.
said, let there be light, and there was light in faith. And he believed what he was saying.
Amen.
When you think about life, you say to yourself, if you really read that Bible in depth, even though some of it is a lie, but you have to make truth out of it because you have a discerning spirit. So your spirit will tell you when it's wrong and when it's right in the Bible.
So true. Yeah.
So when I need something, he said, I shall not want. I shall not want for anything.
Yeah.
The Lord is my shepherd. Listen to the words.
I
shall not want. Because if the higher power is my shepherd and he created me, why should I want and be suffering and asking? And people wonder, from the time I know you, you're like always, and I'm not trying to brag about it because it's not something that I am. You know me, Tracey. I'm very silent. I stay in the corner.
They're giving you a lot of compliments, by the way.
Me?
What did you think? Oh, she's not going to talk now. She didn't know people were hearing her.
Oh, she thought it was just us two.
Yes, I thought it was that.
Finish.
But you were preaching. You were preaching though. There's still 133
No, you're
people
excited.
listening.
Yeah, but sometimes they say to me, how did you do it? Why you're so from the time I know you're on top of things, you're a keep to yourself person. I had no friends until I met you. And I always kept to myself because I think humans and I love people, but I think they were against each other for a very long time. And they want to be trusted. It's just like Judah. What he did, he betrayed Jesus with a kiss, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So in my life, I always went to the higher power and manifested what I wanted.
Yeah.
And so when everybody around me was watching me with the evil eye and just hating on me, the higher power knew and brought my ancestors around me and brought me higher and higher and higher. And it's not that I asked for it, but he saw that I was worthy of it
Bingo. Bingo. That's the
Mm,
key. Deposits
well,
of kindness.
yeah.
That's the key.
And every time I go around and I'm on this island, St. Croix, it's a small island. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
said, "Oh, you gave me my first job.
Hmm.
You did this for me. You helped me out of debt. You helped the youth rehabilitation center. You do this and that." But it's not for me to get any
The
recognition.
accolades, right?
Yeah,
I
it
mean, you
was,
deserve the
and
accolades,
I
but you're
really,
not
but
looking for
it
it.
don't come from here.
Yeah,
It doesn't come, and then you don't do it to get something.
got it. Right.
You do it because it's in you. That's the spirit that
Regardless.
he
Yeah.
created
Yeah.
you to have. And you always say, "You're not mad with me." Or people at work, I would reprimand them for a minute, and then in 5 minutes I'm back talking to them like nothing is happening, because you don't hold anything.
You don't have
God
time
didn't
for
create
that.
us to be upset
Holding a
and to
grudge.
hold grudge or to be jealous of one another. These are
Mm.
sins. And the
Yeah.
wages of sins, they say that it's not a physical death, but it's spiritual,
Mm.
because you move the higher power far from you when you start to hate and when you start to get jealous and when you start, so he stopped giving you, and then he started teaching you that, hey, this is not what I wanted for you, and this is what you're doing. So I'm not punishing you, but I'm gonna allow things to happen to you so you can understand what life is about.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of people go through stuff, because you reap what you sow.
You reap
Absolutely.
what you sow.
Absolutely.
I'm done.
She's like, I'm done. You know
That
what's
was
so
a
funny?
word.
Because she was talking, my boss was talking, and I'm like, she would never do this. And I'm like, oh, I, I was like, she must not had no idea that you didn't know, but you knew, but you didn't know.
And honestly, I thought you and him was talking.
You never watched the evening show?
No, I don't know about your show that good.
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
Well, welcome to the
I'm so,
show.
welcome to the show.
Bye. Have a good night,
Thank
everyone.
you for that word. That was a good. And it almost looks like that little thing right there. It looks like a an ankh, the Egyptian ankh. I thought I was looking
It's
at it.
actually a light that's twisted.
Okay,
It's
I was
a
like, is
it's
that an
a
ankh?
little light.
Yeah,
She
I
has
see it
one
now.
on her side and one on my side. You were silhouetted. You were silhouette because you're in the dark, right? Did you guys actually see her? See her?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said
Oh,
yeah.
that's horrible. Oh my god.
Well, at least show it to your kids because I think you're supposed to have a reality show.
Oh no.
This might be the beginning. Don't tell me because I know spirit. Wait, I'm about to just go lay down. You were supposed to be laying down. You're supposed to be sleeping. Oh my God. So we're in a hotel in Puerto Rico, right? To get to DC, right? But the cheapest route was to come to Puerto Rico. So we're sharing a hotel room. But once I get to DC, we'll have two separate rooms. So we won't have this problem tomorrow.
Mm.
Unless she busts through the door and be like, and another thing.
I'm
We
sorry.
don't have any
Amen,
problems
Jesus.
now. She said a
Michael.
whole
Oh my
word.
god.
She was
You
really
know, but I
preaching.
want you to respect sometimes who God is too. So
I mean, some of the stuff
sometimes
she said,
it
What
made
did he
sense.
say?
And
it
go ahead,
applied.
you tell me.
This,
She needs
the
to
stuff
hear this stuff.
the stuff I've talked to Tracy about. I recently had a old friend come back. I thought we were over it and done. But here she comes back manipulating an idiot, who spills all the beans of what she's doing behind the scenes. And it's like, okay, so there are haters watching. because like
Mm,
why would I come up in a conversation with you?
mm.
So it's like it makes sense. Like everything she was saying resonated with me for sure, and it's definitely looked like it resonated with the people in the
Interesting.
chat. Yeah,
Yeah, show her some of the comments so I can read it again.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I want to
we
read the
was here
comments.
for it.
Was they said we was here for it.
Someone
Oh,
said
another
they
person
saw
said
you,
they saw
sister.
you, sister.
It was a good word.
It was a good word,
Okay.
Powerful message from your boss.
powerful message.
Everyone was like, "We're listening. Tell her to keep preaching."
Oh,
Yeah, it was really
yes,
good.
preach, Tracy's boss. Oh.
Yeah,
And also, I've told Soraya, I've never had a black female boss, right?
I think I did. I did once, but I didn't last.
And you know what? You know, the only
That's the
boss
problem.
we don't, I'm not your
No, it
boss.
wasn't her. She wasn't the problem.
No, 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 no. See, I'm not the 25-year-olds in that hotel. Like I know a black female boss, and
We work
respect is
well.
demanded. If I have to respect someone white, I respect you, black female. That's that's on God. We're not changing that.
I hear you.
We're friends now, right?
Mhm.
But that still doesn't negate that you are my boss, and I'm not taking that away from you.
Yeah,
It's not happening. Like, to be black, to be female, to be in charge, that takes everything. And all our life, we have not had enough opportunities to have a black female boss.
I agree. I lied. I had two black
So you
female
get
bosses.
my respect regardless. I will not change that.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. Not in
yeah.
2023,
Mhm.
where women are rising. Black women are the most educated. We talk about this all the time, guys. Black women are the most educated, still increasingly most educated group.
Mhm.
So who else do you think is going to be your boss?
But you know
By
what?
the way, Starlight, you need to put that in your letter. Who else is going to be your boss? A black female. So everybody get used to it. Stand down. Everybody get used to it.
But you know what, Tracy? I'm not prejudiced or racist or
I know
in
you're
any
not.
way
You are
because
not.
we are a blend and a mixture of all races.
Yes.
Because, like I told you, I'm a blend. And
Yes.
for me, they were in a different time.
Yeah.
We're in a different time where that stuff it still exists. But I taught my children not to run with it, not to
Use it
not to use it like
for
that,
negativity.
but always know how to differentiate when you go to different places when you're being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
That's a word because once again, this friend took it is taking advantage of her gift, reading a client,
Mm.
but also trying to like bring my name down in the midst of it. So you're using a reading to like speak bad about me. Like that's so unprofessional. But once again, what she just said, like you're a boss. She needs to come on more often.
You're on, I'm on there.
No, you're not. No, you're not on.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't see you.
Not now because I turned it. But they
But you
should
know,
see you because
turn
you
it,
look very pretty
turn
here.
it around.
Okay, turn
But you
it
know
around.
what, Lamar, you know
Look how
what?
beautiful she
You
is.
know what? They're not bringing you down. They're bringing you up. It's you that have to allow them to bring you down. And what
Exactly.
you're elevating yourself so you're not down. You're up. You're
Thank
up and
you.
you're gonna be up. And you
Thank
know,
you.
a lot of people say they serve God. They can serve any God. God, you know, there's a higher power. A God is a word. It's a
Yes.
word. There's different gods people serve. You understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So the true and living God that created us, I don't think anybody have seen him because he's spirit. So all these different things that everybody serve, they don't even understand what they're serving.
Exactly.
So true.
So I'll tell you this: always elevate yourself when somebody they're trying, they're not actually doing it. They're trying to talk down to you. But your spirit is so strong, don't allow them to do it.
I
Touch.
won't.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Aw, I
Ooh,
think
I
you.
just felt like life was spoken into me. Thank you. I needed to hear that.
I just told her. I said I think Lamarr really needed you.
Yeah, I needed to hear that. Oh,
Yes.
here he goes. Y'all hear him?
Oh, he has a black and white kitty. She has a black and white kitty at the hotel.
Oh,
Remember I told you the black and white kitty at
yeah,
the
you
hotel?
told me.
That's my boss's cat. That she found it from a
Oh,
baby, practically spoon fed it, and now the cat is her bodyguard.
yes. They're very protective.
Very.
Tuxedo cat.
Oh, is
They
that what
are.
it's called? Tuxedo cat?
Tuxedo, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're
He's
very
so protective
protective.
of her.
I love tuxedo
Mm.
cats. Confirmation, yes. Exactly.
Yeah, that cat came and was like, "Amen." Oh,
Fonzie, Lord have mercy. Gail Jones says self affirmations are easy to say but hard to live by. I'm trying my best. I'm not as good as I want to be, but I'm better than I was yesterday. The kitty was the ultimate confirmation. I know, right? Fonzie always comes in at the right moments.
yeah.
They're
Go
very
back
funny.
to Gail's statement though.
Okay. Fonzie.
Self affirmations are easy to say but hard to live by. I do want to say that if you stay consistent, it's not hard to live by. If
That's
you
true.
stay consistent, if you always remember good character, you know, and don't
Yeah.
give up. Don't give up on, you know,
Hmm.
the affirmations for you. Because in the end, who's going to be with you when you're presented to God?
Yeah.
Who's going to speak for you? You're going to have to speak for
You
yourself.
have
So
to speak for
don't wait till
yourself.
you
Yeah.
die. Do it here.
Do it here. Fonzie. My God.
What'd you say, Soraya? One more time. So, Soraya, my boss wants to know, do you believe in talking positive affirmations over your life?
I do. But you're talking to Gail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you've learned, you understand the practice of self affirmations. Like, I will do better. I can do better. I am better. And not just better than yesterday, I'm better than I was a minute ago. And then knowing that you're going to wake up and you are better, you are being better.
Yep. It's a day by day process. The
Yeah,
affirmations help you to build those building blocks
Because every day we fight, we battle our unforeseen enemy.
every day.
Yeah, and
every day.
not everything that's in front of us is what it seems.
Hmm.
Remember, there's two different worlds. There's a natural world and the spiritual world. Okay. So in the spiritual world, things manifest itself in the natural world.
Yep.
So whatever word, because remember your word has to be positive because the spirit is unforeseen. Your word is your weapon.
Mm,
Hmm.
right,
So you
right.
cannot fight the spirit by what you see in front of you and physically.
Yeah.
So you have to use
the word is the two-edged sword.
Mm.
So you have to put that armor around you with your voice, your word, your tongue. And if everything you see is what you think life is, and you don't talk over yourself, you're not going to move forward. You have to prepare yourself for the battle.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because the
Yep.
battle is not fought physically, it is fought spiritually.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we're attacked every day. So every day you have to cover yourself
Mm-hmm.
with the word, with your word. It doesn't
Mm.
have to be anybody's word from the Bible. You don't have to use the prayer in the Bible. But God gave you a spirit to communicate with Him. So you speak it over your life and you speak it out so the angels can take it up.
Mm.
And so you can be protected and it can, whatever it is, can disappear in a minute. But then sometimes you're being prepared for what is to come because you can't see what is coming, so you lose faith. But you have to go through the battle to get where you need to be.
Mm.
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 Oh, you have to get through the battle to get to where you need to be. I like that.
Mm.
It's a process.
Yeah.
Mm.
I got chills when she was speaking. No, not lying. Not that I would lie about that, but
Yeah, I just think it was apropos that you woke up when you woke up.
right? That
Somebody,
was definitely
I always say
spirit.
it this way, somebody needed this message. And Lamarr, you are one of many I feel needed a message from my boss tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I did too.
You know, speaking of spiritual armor, a little thing came to me today. You know how usually when you ring up, like when you go to the cash register, you have that kind of like. Sometimes it's not awkward. Sometimes it can be awkward, but like the little exchange with the cashier. Towards
Yeah,
the end, there's always that moment where you're looking down and putting in your information, and I can feel the person's eyes on me,
yeah,
watching me, and it makes
yeah,
me feel awkward. But I had my jewelry on, my gold and my silver, and
yeah.
I
You told
noticed they were
me
they
silver.
were looking at my gold and silver and not me or my eyes. So I was like,
Interesting.
protection. That's protection. Like that's the lowest form of protection. Because you don't know why people are looking at you. They could have evil eyes. Where did he get that jewelry from? He's black. This is, like just, you just never know. So I was like, oh, protection. I get it.
Isn't that interesting? Didn't you buy it for protection, knowing
I
where
bought
came
it.
in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So literal spiritual armor right here.
Soraya, they could see you anyway. They saw you anyway.
She always says she's a private person, but put herself in the public arena. I think you better get prepared because I think there might be. I call I call her place Drama Hotel. What is that? What I call it?
It's a place
This
that
is
will have some people.
Let me tell you something. You are doing an amazing job, but to manage is the craziest part there. It's the
So, but
craziest part.
God always put me in places where there's tons of people, and
Ah,
you gotta be a warrior
yes.
to be in the midst of people that the enemy attacks and the weak and the vulnerable. And
Yeah.
when you're being, you see, the prayer said, "Thou puttest, He put me to sit down in the table in front of my enemies," right?
Right.
But the enemies are not really your enemies. When you look at somebody behaving bad, and I never look at them that
As an enemy.
no, I always look at them as a vessel that's being used by the evil one. That
Yeah.
he sees something in me where he decides, and that's what they see in you, Lamarr, whoever's
Mm.
comments. And so, whatever that, whoever God elevates, the devil is gonna be always on you. So you gotta
Yeah.
always be on your game and prepared for the battle. You have to put on the whole armor and fight the war, just like David.
Yep.
Okay, no matter how big the giant is,
Mm.
Mm.
remember he gave him. David was a little boy. Goliath was a giant.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when that little one stone
Strategically
went to
placed.
hit Goliath,
Mm-hmm.
don't you think
Yep.
Goliath should have fallen backwards on his back?
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't. He fell frontwards on his knees because he had to glorify God and glorify David.
Mm.
Glorify David to God on his knees
Mm.
By bending, by falling
by
forward
falling forward
on his knees.
because
Wow.
you are the chosen, anointed one. And you have a mission. And mission, you have to fulfill that.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
no Goliath that's going to come towards you if God is with you.
Amen. Amen.
Oh my God, Lamarr needed this because
Yes,
I didn't know it, but now I see this. This really bothered you, this person.
it did.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
I don't really bring down religion. I'm not religious. I'm more spiritual than anything. I go into every denomination, every religion. Arabic,
Yeah.
I can speak Arabic. I can speak Spanish. God allowed me to pick up all the languages
Mm-hmm.
because He wants me to learn about the different ones.
Mm.
So it's not a religion thing for me. I can go anywhere and serve God. It's more spiritual because that's not what God is. He's not a religious God. He doesn't discriminate. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And we need to learn how to live that way, and our lives would be much easier.
Yeah. I like that. I can go anywhere and serve God. I like that.
Yeah,
You
anywhere.
can.
Yeah.
I would go
I mean,
right.
look, the word is coming through YouTube. 12
I
o'clock at night.
Right.
Get out of
That's
here.
it.
I sit in the middle of the enemy, in the enemy's camp, and I shall not be moved. For whom I serve.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You hear what he said? He leadeth me beside the quiet water. He restores my soul. And you know, these words, people just look at the Bible and they say them. And I tell the priests and the pastors and all of them, you guys
Explain
are
it better.
fooling the people.
Yes.
Read the word right to them.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
the Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want for anything.
Well,
He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. You ever hear he say, on earth as it is in
in
heaven?
heaven.
Because everything manifest in the natural world is in the spiritual world already happening.
Mm. That's the
You
other
ever
dimension.
you ever read the second and the third heaven in the Bible?
Mm-mm.
It's there's different denominations, there's different heavens. So you know that God is real.
Yes. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, they're saying such nice things. Infinite Natural Mystic says, I am blessed to be on this live. Give me another one, Lamar. She's strong, says Michiko, and keeps going no matter what she's been through. Mm. You guys don't even know the story.
I can write a book.
We were talking today, and I was telling my boss, I was like, I tell my YouTubers all the time, you don't know the story of Tracey. I didn't even finish my sentence when she was like, you don't know the story of me. I know a little bit, and she does keep going strong. So,
And I'm not driving in my own strength.
mm, right.
Sorry, my cat.
That's
Um,
good. She's just saying amen.
I know. We didn't even pull the final card for
I did.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
I was sitting here.
Oh, you did give her the final card.
No,
Starlight,
no,
let me.
I didn't give it. I pulled it.
Oh,
Oh, you
okay.
go ahead. Go first. Go first. Oh, you want
All
me to
right,
go?
Starlight, if you're still here, I got the messenger of thought. It says a new topic or intellectual project is really exciting for you. There's so much to learn before you're ready to move forward. New information may require changes to your plans. Review all documents carefully. Interesting. You know, will meet or are someone who lives to learn and share knowledge. This person is brilliant and truthful, but also blunt and not very diplomatic. So it says review all documents carefully, and I'm hoping that you're coming up with those documents because they could have some, just like you could have some documents for them, they could have some documents for you too. So,
Oh, by the way, Starlight, which means if you reported this person to their boss, I hope you did it in writing. Maybe you didn't, but if you did in writing, submit that as proof to HR.
exactly. Final.
But when you came in, we were just about to do the what's called the final outcome, which you know about, and that was like 30 minutes ago. So somebody was like, "Final outcome," laughing emojis, because we had to go to church.
We did. We really did.
And one person said they were crying on the live.
They did.
Hmm. So, um, again, I'm using these runes, and this is Berkano, which is one of the symbols that I use for the not this candle magic, but the candle magic past.
That looks like the green man or green woman
It does. It's
or
two
Mother
candles.
Earth.
Yes, definitely Mother Earth, right? The trees are flourishing, right? But look at the figure in the back.
Oh, I didn't see that.
She's giving birth, right? But look at the figure in the back. Who is
Evil
that
Eye.
woman coming from? Is she coming for the woman? Because the woman gives birth, and from the seed of that woman will the earth grow.
Mm,
So who does she want to take down? The woman, or does she want to take the child? Either way, the woman suffers.
mm,
God knows for the child, if she takes the woman, right, then the child becomes motherless. So now the child can't grow up normal.
yeah.
Now we have toxicity running through. The point being, do we let this woman get close to the mother,
Mm,
to the one of abundance, the one that's giving life? Because the one behind the scenes there, she doesn't want life to grow.
mm.
We're not going to let her
So
get to the mother
I'm getting chills again.
again.
Oh,
Dream.
Wait,
That's the dream.
what's the dream? What are you talking? Wait, there was shit. So many dreams today just came true. What?
Okay.
No, tell me the dream. Repeat it.
The dream was the baby that was supposed to get
Fed. The
CPR.
fuel. The CPR. What's the
Yeah,
fuel?
well, be fed fuel.
Yeah.
Because if you don't give that child energy, she'll die.
Yeah.
Not die physically, but die spiritually.
Look at the card, right? It's a visual, but there's something in the background. Okay, you might have to put the light on. Put your phone on so you get the real visual of the card. So it means the goddess of the birch, right? And I think that's a birch tree in the card, right? Which is a beautiful tree. It's the feeding of Mother Earth. Who's feeding this world?
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeding the world, Lamarr, or are you going to stay consistent with some crazy woman that came for you?
I'm gonna feed the world. I have to feed the children. Yeah.
Oh. Impulsive words: birch, feminine care, fruitfulness, protection, growth, receptive, motherhood, safety, positive, fruitfulness, new beginnings. We talked about that. New beginnings, safety, optimism, change, new ways of seeing, vitality, and birth. Okay, so long story short, because I didn't have my cars today, we were forced to go to a botanical store. So while we're in the botanical store, Soraya was telling me about a dream during the day before we got on the plane to Puerto Rico. And the dream didn't make any sense, right? But what I got out of it was new birth, new life, right? Which I thought
Mm.
was new.
That's why I'm looking.
So now she's thinking that it was for you, Lamarr.
Me?
The guy that was holding the baby.
The guy that was holding the baby. There was this dream where she was. It's a long story. It's this dream.
Just don't say it.
It's okay. It's this dream about feeding the baby gasoline. It was crazy, right? And so we're waiting for the plane. The plane comes in, and then we get online, and then they say to us, "The plane's not ready. We have to feed it gasoline. It needs fuel."
Oh, this is real life,
Real
right?
life. She's telling
Okay.
me about her dream last night as we're sitting waiting to board. So now we're waiting to board. Listen to the irony of this. We're waiting to board. We're ready to board when they say the plane needs fuel.
Mm.
So right away she goes, "That's my dream." And I was like, "It was." I was like, "New beginnings?" I'm thinking, what's the like, what's happening, God, right?
Yeah.
And then, okay, so cut to, she told me the whole dream, but she doesn't know me. You guys know me, right? Because information comes to me choppy, like in my
Yeah.
brain, choppy. I hear everything, but it's choppy. And so I might say, "Yeah, tell me that again, and tell me it again, tell me again." And then I remember everything you said, but because it's so choppy, it comes together later, right? Probably
Right.
some dyslexia bullshit going on inside my head, right? And so we're in the Botanica, and she's having a moment. There's this thing, and she's having this thing. And so I said, I heard Spirit say, "Leave her alone." And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not in the middle of this.
Mm.
So she had this moment. And then she goes, "The carpet, this is what I saw in my dream, the carpet." There were so many odd things that went on, right? how long we stayed in the store. It was just so weird, so odd. We finally call an Uber, and the guy, I've been sitting in the front of a Uber, all the Uber cars this whole time. The guy goes, "No, get in the back." So my boss was already sitting on the passenger side, so I had to get behind on the driver's side. But he's making me sit in the back, but he's not pulling the seat up. And he's a short guy. So I get in complaining because, my mouth. And I was like, okay, so I'm getting in, but he's not putting the seat up. And then my boss protected me, and she's like, she needs more room back here. But he doesn't say anything. And then he goes, well, you actually can call another Uber. And I was like, is this Los Angeles? Like, where am I? I'm used to that in Los
Right.
Angeles, right? So we decide to, we go, no, right? This is where spirit comes in. Neither one of us had any interest in arguing with him. That was his problem, not ours. We're like, no. And then Soraya goes, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, right? And then he's playing music on 93.7 in Puerto Rico. My boss is jamming to everything that comes on. He turns the music up. The next song that comes on, she's He's like, it's the radio, and I'm sitting there going, these two are bonding, right? We're driving over the highway. What question did you ask? Yes. So confirmations, as you all know, but my boss doesn't know like all of what we do. So she goes, very casually, she goes, there's a rainbow. Now we're jamming to the music. I want to dance with somebody. I don't know what song was on, right?
Yes.
She goes, there's a rainbow. And I look. The rainbow was so big and so large that no matter how much we drove, the rainbow stayed there. If not, it got bigger, didn't it? Mm-hmm. So I start to scream because I kept feeling something here in Puerto Rico. I said, God, what is it? And I was like, got a rainbow. She starts screaming. The driver starts screaming. It was hilarious, right? So Soraya says she always asks for confirmation, and the rainbow was the confirmation, right? And so we get out the car, and the the Uber guy goes, sorry about not having enough room back there. We broke him.
Yeah. By the end of it, yeah.
We broke him,
Mm.
right? Because we were not going to make this about him. Like, he was not going to win that spiritual battle, right?
Yep.
Somebody else would have been like, oh, you kicking me out your Uber, fuck you and fuck your mama, right? We just didn't have the energy for that.
Right.
You turn the situation to a positive situation. So when I started singing, he was like, oh, you like it? You like it? I said, me gusta mucho. Yeah, and he turned it on. He said, oh, I like your singing, and he didn't want us to go.
She has a good voice, by the way.
Yes.
And my competitive side. I was like, Lord, I'm about to sing. Make sure I can match. And boom, boom, boom. I was. So now we're both singing in the car, right? After the rainbow. Once I saw the rainbow, I could sing, right? So he's like, oh, I'm really sorry.
Carlos Montana.
Carlos Montana, what song was that?
It was
Maria.
Maria. I love that song. Mhm.
And so we get out. He says, "I'm
And
sorry."
Whitney Houston, I want to dance with somebody.
Yes. He gets out. We get out, and he says, "I'm sorry about." And I was like, "Spirit broke him. Not, not together. Spirit broke him. Who the
Yeah,
fuck do you think was sitting in the front seat, dude? Like,
exactly.
what are you doing? You never know who you're messing with,
Yeah,
Lamarr. You never know who's messing with you. Don't know your people.
right.
Keep trying you."
Yeah.
So we get out the car and I look at the back seat and I said, "This back seat is wet." So I touch it. My dumbass touches the back seat. It could have been urine for all I care, right? I touch the
I
back
knew
seat
it happened.
and I look at the guy and I said, "Your seat is wet." And he comes back and he touches the back seat and he goes, "Why?" And Soraya comes back and she goes, "Your water bottle. You wet his car with your water bottle." I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I had no idea." He loved us so much by this point, he didn't even care. He said, "That's okay. That's okay." We get, we walk away from the car and we were like, Spirit did that. He shouldn't have been mean to us in the first place. We didn't have to do anything. Spirit took care of him and wet his whole car.
That's how it works.
The end. Amen.
The end. And you didn't have to do a candle. You didn't have to say an incantation. You
I
didn't have
didn't
to
have
do
to say a
anything.
bad word.
Mm-hmm.
We just kept right along with the energy that we landed on this island with. We
Exactly.
landed happy.
Yep.
Nobody was going to break that.
You can't break my soul.
You can't let nobody steal your joy. They didn't give it to you.
Right?
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This turned out to be amazing.
This was a really
Thank
good
you.
live. We almost went 3 hours again.
How? Where
I
did the
know.
time go?
2 hours and 42 minutes. Well, we were having church.
We were in church. I'm going to clock you to see when you came in. I think she did the last hour of this.
She took the last hour and ran with
Don't
it.
you dare apologize. There's a reason
It
for
was
everything.
amazing.
I will not apologize for God. If God is in you,
Yeah,
God will move mountains.
period.
This is a
And I,
woman that always says to me, "You don't talk about me on your live, do you?" And I go, "No, Soraya, I don't talk about you." I say her name tonight by accident. I always call her my boss. Tell her, everybody. I call her my
she
boss.
does. This is my first time knowing your name. So
Forget
it's
my
nice to meet you.
Forget it. She says, "Forget my name."
one-time thing.
She gonna get a reality show on that hotel of hers. I'm telling you, it would be the funniest fucking thing ever.
It would. I would watch. I might make a cameo.
Have to, you would have to.
Yeah.
Do you
Spirit
know
don't play.
Tubi? Do you know Tubi?
To be, yes.
Soraya, do you know the channel Tubi?
Mm-mm.
Well, it's a sloppy black channel. So I was like, we should be on Tubi.
Reality show.
I'm gonna send Tubi some of our things together.
You should. Why not?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Tonight is a blessing for me. Starlight, you started it all.
You did.
So thank you.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
not listening to us in the first place, which means we have to readdress it again.
Yeah,
But at least we went to church about it tonight.
we did.
Thank you, my boss.
Thank you.
She
Thank you,
says you're
Tracy's
welcome.
boss.
That wasn't me.
You know, I say that too. She said it wasn't her.
It was God.
It was God.
It was God.
Starlight says, "Thanks everyone for your good vibes and thanks, boss lady," she says.
Yes. I like that boss lady.
You're welcome, Starlight. Starlight.
She says, "You're
Who's
welcome."
that lady? Yes, you're welcome.
All right,
Well,
guys.
we only had one. Yeah, we only had one. That was our only one, so we can end here. I think it's a
Yeah,
great way to end.
but remember, guys, we are here for you. Come get your readings. And
Yes,
these nighttime readings are still as, first of all, some of them are longer than what they need to be,
they do. Yeah,
right? They're
yeah.
stronger,
Sometimes.
stronger because it's two people.
Hmm.
So don't doubt yourself. Get this readings.
Yeah.
We'll be here tomorrow. I will not be on the morning show. I will be on a plane tomorrow.
Yes.
But
She's
I'll
coming
call
to my part of the world. Yes, good old Virginia.
coming to you. Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
it's my first time.
Yes. So we have to show her all the hospitality.
I just really need a good piece of place to go to.
We'll find you a good pizza place. There's a couple.
Type it, Cane Chicks. Letter to HR complete. Send it.
Oh, okay.
Send it.
Yes.
Send it.
And let us
Don't
know how it goes
morning.
tomorrow. Don't wait.
Don't wait till the morning and don't attend that meeting tomorrow morning. You're
Yeah.
already calling out.
Hmm.
Okay.
Mental health break.
Yeah. And even put in the letter, I'm calling out. I can't do this anymore. Because they didn't tell you what the meeting is about. So you calling out has nothing to do with their plans to fire you.
Yeah, they sprung that on you, so not your problem.
But they didn't know you had two sidekicks. So
Exactly.
hello.
All right. Well, Tracey, this was a great live. Once again, thank you, Tracey's boss, for the word of the night. And may the church say
You're
amen.
welcome.
Thank you. Yeah.
And what did you say was the last part?
May the church say amen.
Amen.
That was my last part. Yes. So once again, we will be back tomorrow night. So make sure you all hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the follow. All right, so you can keep in touch with us. Tracey, where can they contact you for a personal reading? To elaborate.
Oh, yeah. If you want to elaborate on anything. And by the way, some people have called to elaborate more.
Yep, they have.
213-458-7408. I am taking readings tomorrow, and I'll start them at 6 p.m. So.
And 703-791-9162. I might be able to take a few readings tonight, but I'm also available tomorrow. So there you go. Thank you all so much for listening and watching, and we appreciate you all. We will see you all tomorrow. And good night.
Good night. Good night, my boss says.
Cue the music!
My spiritual people. Oh, you're in for a treat. Welcome to the Lamarr and Tracey show. The only psychic tarot readers you need to know. You can trust our word because we've got your back. And our personal readings don't cost you a stack. Tracey is the one with the fiery flare, and Lamarr is the one with the gunned up hair. Trolls are jealous because we predicted it. Are you ready for the show? Cause it's time to get lit.